welcome back to Living Happy Every Day with Dr. LaSharnda. So today we talk about step 4, and that step is positive energy. You know, we've already gone through steps 1, 2, 3, and those are real important because you're going to see how they tie to number 4, positive energy. Tip 1 was positive reinflection. Tip 2 was positive reinforcement, and 3 that we talked about last week was positive nutrition, and today we talk about positive energy. I know you've heard this term and you wonder a little bit about it because when you hear it, most people think in terms of this new age stuff, but that's not what it is at all. I'm going to explain to you what positive energy is all about and just how important it is for each of us to embrace this concept, this philosophy of positive energy. You'll see what I mean as I start to walk through it. I know a lot of people that claim to be positive people. They claim to be optimists, that they see the good in everything. But the minute things go wrong, the minute things don't go the way they anticipated, the minute they face any type of stress or, you know, bad news, or they just don't feel good today, you see their attitudes and their behaviors become very negative and detrimental. And I'm going to try to convince you today that trying to see the best in everything, no matter what goes on, and I am in no way diminishing any type of tragedy that happens, any type of problems that we face, any of those things that to me I call life happens. I'm not diminishing that at all because we all face them. I was talking to someone the other day and we were joking about how folks look at us sometimes and they automatically assume that you were born a certain way, that you were born yesterday and you were born a positive baby, and that's just the way it is, and that other folks aren't like that. Or people assume that you've never had anything bad happen in your life because you're preaching this concept of positivity. I can assure you, you could be further from the truth. We all face hard times. We all face difficulties. It's just that you don't know about them because it's how some of us choose to act, behave in spite of, in the middle of those circumstances. Can you get people that get on your nerves and they really upset you? Of course you can. We all do, but I'm convinced that it's all about you being aware of your own emotions, you being aware of you are allowing somebody else to control who you are when you get angry, when you lose control, when you allow your emotions to take over. Just the other day on Facebook, here's an example. A lot of people that I'm friends with on Facebook, they're Christian people. Not everybody, but the vast majority of them are. And I post a thought for today on Facebook and Twitter every day. And as I was reading some of the other ones, I noticed that a person had become very angry about somebody taking their post and reposting it without giving them credit. And it became so volatile, just a conversation, just the things that were going on about a post. I want to just say this to you that, you know, that happens to me all the time. I can all of a sudden look at somebody's site and I can see that they've taken my thought for today and they've posted it on their site. And it's bothered me, but do you think I'm going to obsess over that? No, because what you send out is what you receive back. It's easy, really easy to be offended. And I think sometimes we go out of our way to try to be offended. Positive energy is this. You've heard the saying, we reap what we sow. And you've heard, I'm sure, the saying about, you know, we attract what we send out. And the same is true about positive energy. If we want our lives to be positive, and when I say that, I mean this. You see so many people saying they want successful lives, they want to achieve their goals, they want successful relationships, they want their family to be successful, meaning they want their children to be successful, they want good relationships, they want to have lots of friends, they want to be promoted at work, or they want to get a job and keep it and start to move up. I got to tell you that it all starts with you. It all starts with attitude. And as I talk to the vast majority of you that I know are believers. I want you to understand how what we do really reflects on what we say we believe. And people look at us every day. They watch us, whether we know it or not. They're watching us to see how we react to situations. And I talk about this in my book, When You're Happy With You, how a lot of the times what happens is people are sitting back watching, and they're watching to see how we're going to respond to negative situations. And I say in the book, I say, you know, what I do in particular is I'm a people watcher. I'm really a people watcher. And I watch people in the good times and the bad. And other people do the same thing. They watch us, particularly if we claim that we believe a certain way. And so we can be the type of people that can bring into our environment joy, happiness, and peace. We can bring calm into our environment. We can bring in encouragement into our environment, or we can be the type of people that bring negativity to the environment. We can bring pessimism to people. This morning I was reading on Facebook where a young person said something such as, I wonder if I should go ahead and apply to try out for this play. He says, I'm assuming it could have been a she, said something like, I have a lot of school work to do and I have work to do too, but I wonder if I should try out for this play. I'm really interested in it. And he just left it as that. And you know, I don't know the person, but I wrote on that person's page and I said, sure you should. And the reason I said that is because you don't want to think about it, then a year later or 6 months later, wonder whether or not you could have made it. So just try it. And if you don't make it, so what? You didn't lose anything. So positive energy is about what we send out. There's a philosophy called law of attraction, and I absolutely believe in it. Yes, I believe in the law of attraction. And that means whatever it is that I send out into my universe, whatever it is that I send out into my environment, that's what I'm going to get back. So if I send out a bad attitude, I'm going to get a bad attitude back. Haven't you seen where you run into a person at a store, a cashier or a salesperson, they had a bad attitude, or you've talked to somebody over the telephone and they had a bad attitude, and right away our human nature says to get a bad attitude too, to not be happy, you're ticked off because they're being so rude. This is when it's time for us to stop and think and really gather our emotions and not let our emotions take over, because we are the people that are in charge. We are the people that are in charge of our destiny. We can't go off on a tangent. We can't have these volatile behaviors. We can't be the people that are the ones that can't be trusted, and we gossip, or we participate in, undermining other people. All of that stuff comes back on you. It really does. And if you don't think that's true, just wait and see. Whatever it is that you send out, that's what you're going to get back. Positive energy it really starts with positive reflection. Positive reflection, remember I said it was tip number 1? That is the time when you have pulled away to yourself. You're trying to connect with your inner self. You're trying to reflect on what it is that you need to change or what you need to do differently. Now let's tie it to positive energy. Some philosophies say such things as, this is your time for meditation. I call it a time of prayer. And the reason that time is important when it comes to positive energy is because that's the time for you to gain control, gain focus of yourself, and not allow circumstances to overtake you. You are now in a place that's quiet. So when you gain this focus, you're now able to make decisions with clarity and with calmness. When we react to situations, when things don't go our way, we face stressors, those stressors just overtake us. When we react in the heat of the moment, usually the decisions aren't real productive. We say the wrong things, we do the wrong things, we regret later, we yell at people, we talk bad to people, we even ignore people, and we are just disrespectful. So that's why a time of reflection that time of prayer and meditation, it gives you the opportunity to take hold of your emotions, to take hold of what it is that you're dealing with so that you can deal with it productively, calmly, and with clarity. That's the point. When you are dealing with a situation with calmness and with clarity, you're able to make better decisions. And those stressors will not control you. You now are not reacting in a negative manner. You are now acting in a positive manner, thus creating positive energy. It's so important. There's another thing that affects your positive energy that can either add to it or take away from you being a person that's a positive person, an optimistic person. And that is the people that you hang around. The people that you hang around. So I'm going to talk about, the importance of meditation prayer, the importance of watching your inner circle, those people that you hang around, and the stuff that you bring into your body. And when I say that, I shouldn't say body as much as your mind. Remember, I believe that we're holistic people. We're holistic human beings. So you're trying to integrate the physical, that body piece. You're trying to integrate your emotions, your mind, and that spiritual piece. All of that needs to be integrated. And when it is, remember I said last week that we try to compartmentalize things, and so we try to separate the physical from the spiritual. We try to separate the spiritual from the mental. That's impossible to do. If you want to be able to move ahead in life, if you don't want situations and circumstances to overtake you, you got to integrate all four aspects. And so you do that by watching what it is that you're taking in. And so we're not going to talk about food today, but what we will talk about is this, and that is you have to watch the people that you hang around, the stuff that they say. Haven't you heard people say things like, that's just the way I am. I'm just brutally honest. Well, you can be honest with people, but you can be positively honest. Don't be one of those that take away from a person's positive mental state. When a person's struggling, be the person that adds to. Speak positives into their lives, and I mean encourage them. Give them words of encouragement. Give them words of wisdom. And even though you may feel like they won't go anywhere, so what? You're not their judge. You're not their ultimate judge. So you don't think that a person can accomplish anything? So what? Who are you? It's not for us to do that. It's for us to say to people, yeah, we believe in you, and really mean it. Don't just say it superficially. Really mean it. And force yourself to pray for people. That's what that time of reflection will do. Positive energy is this too. And I shared this with somebody recently about, I had a boss one time that every time he would walk into the room, my mind would automatically say, and I'm sorry, but I'm being transparent, my mind would automatically say, I hate him. And I'm telling you, I had to learn to get over that. By saying that what I was doing, do you think I was affecting that person? No. The person that was being impacted was me, because I was the only person thinking it. He didn't know it. And did he care? No. But the person that was being affected by that negativity was me. So I had to make it my intention not to even think it, not to think it. So that's why I'm saying about we have to be aware of our emotions. We have to be aware of our mindset. And we have to be aware of the stuff that we're taking in. And let me show you how this ties to that. Depending on the friends that you're around, those friends can either add to or take away. So let's say the friends that I'm around would be people that talk badly about that particular boss. So they're not helping me get over my negativity. If anything, they're adding to it. So what do? I need to limit my comments about that person. Don't say it at all. And I certainly, when they start to say it, I need to stop that conversation. So that's what I mean by we have to be aware of the things we participate in, the people that we allow into our inner circle, because they will ultimately affect how we talk. Now that brings me to number 2. So I've asked you to be aware of the people that you hang around. The second thing is the stuff that we read, the people that we hang around All of that will impact our words. So you've heard people say this and they laugh about it and they think that it's okay. So this is why I'm asking you to be aware of your words. You'll hear people say, you know, I'm the ultimate pessimist, and they're okay with it. I don't want to say that I'm the ultimate pessimist. I want to say that I'm the ultimate optimist. So being the ultimate pessimist is saying that, you know what, I look to see the bad in everything. I look to find all the problems, all of the negatives. I look for it in every situation. Do you want to be that way? No. And if you are, and trust me, I know a lot of people that are, they claim to be natural pessimists. I don't claim that for them, but they claim it. And I say to them, don't say that. And I'm saying to you, don't say that. We should be people that are the ultimate optimists. We, as those that are trying to create positive energy in our lives and in the lives of others, have to be optimists. We can't be pessimists. We have to be aware, as I've said, of the people that we hang around, and we have to watch our words. A while back, I said something about a lady I was working on a project with, and when this person was working on a project, I guess she kept making mistakes, at least to herself. And I would hear her say out loud, "Oh, I'm an idiot. Man, I'm so dumb." And when I first heard her, it shocked me because I don't talk like that. I don't allow my son, I don't allow people that are in my inner circle, my husband, my grandson, none of them to talk like that. Don't say those. Those are self-deprecating words. So you're saying those things about yourself. And remember what I said? What you send out is what